That's good.
Hello again, my name is David Watts from IBM Redbooks, and this is my colleague Ilya Krutov.
Hello.
We are here today to talk about the new IBM System X3850XX. So this system is a new 4U rack mount system, and unlike other rack mount systems we have, this is more of a chassis design where the components are accessible from the front or from the back. There is no top cover like other rack systems where you remove the cover and you access the components inside. Everything is accessible only from the front and the back. There are no rails, no cable management arm. New feature to install it, the handles are integrated into the chassis itself.
Yes.
The handles are very cool.
That's true.
Yes.
Ooh, just pressing buttons.
Yes.
Ooh.
Really great design. So this system, it's a modular approach.
Yes.
Where we have these concepts called books.
Yes.
You want to talk about those?
Yeah, it's like a bookshelf in your home. So basically, inserting or removing a module as simple as taking a book from the bookshelf. So, for example, we have different types of models here. On the front, we have two types, which is a compute books and storage book.
Yep. So there are four compute books. 1, 2, 3, 4. These components in the front.
Yes.
And this is the storage book.
And in order to show you what the book means, so let me show you the compute book.
Yep. And as Ilya is removing it, you can see that each of these fans has a little orange label on it. The orange indicates that it's a hot swap component. The fans are hot swap.
Unlike many other traditional designs, the book has a dual-sided design. So basically you can see that memory modules are here and memory modules are on the other side of this book.
I do like how there's a clear plastic cover on these. It allows you to see the DIMMs.
Why is that?
Oh well, it's so you can actually see what components are installed, and if there are faults, you can see the light path LEDs without having to expose the componentry.
Yeah, it's a proven great IBM design of light path diagnostics where you don't have any power, but you can still indicate failed components.
There's a button on the very front. We actually have it upside down, but this button here, when you press that button, will activate the light path function.
Okay, and now let's have a quick look what's inside this.
Let's have a look inside.
Here we have Intel Xeon processor i7 8800 V2 series or 4400 V2 series.
These are the latest V2 processors
Yeah, so it's
from Intel.
Intel's next generation EX family of processors. So here we have processor, 12 memory DIMM slots on the one side of this book and another 12 on the other side book.
Yep.
Other side
So
of the
the
book.
total of 24 DIMM sockets for each CPU.
Which gives you impressive amount of memory for the entire four-way
so
system of 6 terabytes.
4 CPU books.
Yes.
Each CPU book has 24 DIMM sockets, so that's 96 DIMMs per system.
Right.
Yep.
The another interesting thing is that in addition to the standard RDIMMs, you can use really interesting and special technology which is called X-Flash DIMMs.
Yep. So these are a new storage technology that is the same shape as a standard memory DIMM. Let me show you here. It's installed in a memory socket just like a regular memory DIMM, but this is actually a storage device, a very high speed and low latency storage device. The operating system will see this as a storage device rather than memory. It requires a special device driver for that function. But this means that it is ideal for applications that require very fast, very low latency storage.
Yeah.
This is non-volatile storage, much like a solid state drive or a PCI high IOPS adapter.
Right.
But the big advantage is that these are memory DIMMs and they are much closer to the processor.
Right. Unlike other storage devices that are connected through the I/O subsystem of the server, so these devices are connected to the memory bus.
So X-Flash DIMMs, very new, very interesting technology. Storage book. This component here in the front It has video ports, USB ports. This also has a new display, LCD display, with allows you to see various error functions. The unit also has space for storage. Here are 1.8-inch solid-state drives installed in this particular instance. And to remove this, you just press the blue button. Blue button meaning it's non-hot swap as opposed to the orange. Press the blue, that releases the handle, and then allows you to pull out from the front, just like the CPU books. And here we have our storage book. So you can see here that the drives are at the front accessible, and there are 2 adapter slots for RAID controllers. So there are 2 adapter slots because one adapter will drive each of the 8 1.8-inch XFlash units. One adapter for each 8 drives. If you have the second set of 8 drives, then you install the second adapter to control those. These are USB 3 connections for the USB 3 connections ports at the front. The storage book supports both 1.8-inch drives, or you can put 2.5-inch drives as well. Both hard drives and solid-state drives are supported. So that's our storage book.
And now let's have a look at the back side.
So here's the back of the system now, and you can see that there are 4 power supplies along the bottom. These are all hot swap, you can tell from the orange handle, and there is a number of I/O slots as well. Let's start at this side here.
Yeah, and they are actually also, they are called I/O books.
Yep,
So
these are I/O books.
Similar to storage book and compute books, and we have 2 types of I/O books. So here is the primary I/O book, which
remove that while we're talking.
Yeah, which has primary I/O capabilities, including integrated network ports, regular PCIe slots, and IMM, video, USB ports, integrated management module port.
So if I just spin that around, you can see the inside of the primary I/O book. I'll lift the airflow device. So you can see here that the primary I/O book has 3 regular PCIe 3.0 by 8 slots, as well as 1 special ML2 slot. This also has the socket for the VMware ESXi memory key, should you wish to use that, and then other ancillary functions on the system board here.
Yeah, it is important to mention that the design decision was made to not to include any integrated networking ports, but instead utilize specialized ML2 slot for integrated networking capabilities, which gives you ability to choose which technology to use. Either it will be 1 gig Ethernet or 10 gig Ethernet, or it will be copper fabric, or it will be optics fabric.
So this particular adapter is the SFP Plus optical connection adapter. Yep. Okay. So that's the primary I/O book. So this one, the primary I/O book, is standard with the system.
Yeah, it's basically essential part of the system. So.
And that just goes installs like so. And you can see on this side here are two I/O books. This is actually a blank. Here's an I/O book here. This is actually a hot swap component. If to hot swap this, I press the little attention button there. That signals the operating system, the hot swap devices to be removed. I'm then able to remove this component while the operating system is running. You can see from here that there are 3 I/O slots. This is a PCIe 3.0 by 8 socket and 2 by 4 sockets. These adapters you'd put in this sort of in this I/O book would be storage HBAs or additional network controllers, things like that.
So the majority of adapters,
external RAID adapters,
can be installed in this type of
and you can see that the system supports 2 of these, one here and one next to it. So that's a total of 9 regular I/O slots at the back,
right?
Plus the ML2 slot. Plus, if you remember, there's the 2 serve RAID controller slots at the front as well.
For a total of 12.
A total of 12 PCI slots in this system. So that's the 3850. Oh God, IBM System X 3850 X6. Yes.
running Intel Xeon
Yes.
processor.
Yes. Okay. Right.
E7-8800V2 family.
God, I would just say running the newest.
This would be too easy, Mr. Watts.
Oh.
Intel needs the attribution.
So there you have it. It's the IBM System X3850 X6.
With Intel Xeon processor E7-8800V2 family.
See you next time.